Alrighty. Hi and welcome to an ImageJ tutorial. Today we're going to look at duckweed area and how to analyze that in ImageJ. The first piece, open ImageJ, so it's already open. The second piece is you're going to want to import your image. So go to open, wherever you've got your photos saved. Today I'm only going to open one photo. So here's our photo. Now, first things first, once we've done this, is setting your scale. Setting your scale is important because you want to tell ImageJ what the units are. ImageJ just sees all of this as pixels. So that's why we have a ruler in the background. So whenever you're taking photos from ImageJ, make sure you have something in the background of known distance. We've got a ruler. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the straight tool here. So click on that on your little ImageJ toolbar up here, straight tool. And draw a line between a known distance. We're just going to use the 90 to 80 millimeter ticks. So now we know that that's 10 millimeters. We'll tell ImageJ now that it's 10 millimeters. So we'll go to Analyze on the ImageJ toolbar. This is a Mac. So under Analyze, Set Scale. So ImageJ knows that's 123 pixels. It doesn't know what the known distance is, so that's what you're telling it is. So we'll type in 10, leave pixel to aspect ratio alone, set the unit length as millimeters, and so now ImageJ knows that for every millimeter, there are 12.391 pixels. We'll hit OK, and you're done with setting scale. You need to do that for every single photo you analyze because the scale is going to slightly differ. Even if it's off by 3 pixels, that will change your measurements. Now we were getting to the point of measuring our duckweed. We're measuring the area, so we're just going to draw shapes around them. These are pretty small though, so it's kind of hard to see in this photo here, so we're going to want to zoom in. Making zooming in easier, I would first start with your rectangle. Just draw a little rectangle from the toolbar up here and just kind of circle the duckweed like this. Now, this is when you want to zoom in. There are different ways to zoom in. You can use the plus minus sign to zoom in and out. You can use the up and down keyboard signs. Or you can go to Image on your toolbar, Zoom, and zoom in. That's pretty good. I think this is probably good enough, but I'm going to use the plus sign again. Plus sign will automatically go to wherever you're looking at. Zoom on the on the little help panel up here kind of just zooms in the middle. So I would suggest using the plus after you've drawn your rectangle. So we've zoomed in. We're doing pretty good there. Now what you want to do is try to get the area. I always go with the freehand tool. So I'll show you how to use that first. And so what you're going to do is just start drawing around the edge of your plants. So we'll draw around the edge. It's hard. I really suggest a mouse for this, or a touchscreen computer if that'll work with ImageJ. I've never actually used it. Notice it's really bumpy. That's okay because it's area. If this were a line, that'd be terrible. And there we go. So we've done our area. We've got it circled now. Now, with that still circled, go to Analyze and hit Measure. There are quick commands you can use. Now, we've measured it, and so ImageJ goes in and actually is calculating the area for us. So within that outline, so the area of this plantlet is 11.704 millimeters squared. And so ImageJ's already done all the calculation for you. You can actually save these results pretty easily, but I would make sure you write them down in your notebook or in an Excel file. Let's go ahead and try another one, just so you get a gist for it. So again, we're just going to analyze the area. So just draw around the edge of the little plant leaves, connect the dots, and again, measure. Our results tab fell behind, but there's the second one. This other tool, polygon selections, works, but I don't like it very much. So let me show you why. So basically, it rounds the edges for you. So notice how you're losing some area or adding some area. At this scale, probably not too big of a deal, but you are changing it a bit, right? So let's see what measure does there. So it gave us 17. This is bigger than those. Let's see if we measure the same one, what it's going to look like. So we're doing this one. All right, so that's adding quite a bit of area. Let's look at our results again. Actually, that only gave us 9. So the second time we did it but freehand, we got 11. Now we got 9.952. I'm guessing it's because we cut off some area along the edges there. Yeah. But we did add some area in here and at the tip there. But overall, it was a loss. So you could use either. I'm going to suggest freehand, even though it takes a little bit more time to measure everything. So there are your results. You do this for every image, whatever you're measuring. If you want to save those results, hit the red X and it'll say save your measurements. So what I'd suggest is just saving it wherever. I'm going to call it duckweed area control 1. I'll save it to the desktop just so we can have it real quick in case we get not applications. Desktop. And so now it's just sitting over there in an Excel file. And so it will actually save your Excel file data for you. So that does save you a little bit of time, but note that what it's doing is just saving it exactly like we saw it the first time. It's not adding a column saying this is your control. It's not adding what ID it is. That's why I typed it in the Excel file title. I would just suggest writing it down and coding it yourself in R, but it is always possible to do it this way. So there's your area. It tells you which individuals you're measuring, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty nice in case you were to lose your notebook or something. So always an option. I don't ever do that. I just write it down myself and then write it into Excel by hand. All right, so that's basics of it. When you're done with that photo, you'll probably move on to the next. If you've got all your photos in the same place, you can hit Open Next. I really like this. It'll just go to the next automatic photo. I don't know what's actually going to pop up here because I don't know what other photos I have on this flash drive, but they're not duckweed. Looks like I don't have other photos. You can exit out of this photo. We'll open another photo. Let's see. So I actually have a bunch of root images that I was using for an ImageJ, measuring lengths of. So I've got a small millimeter tool there. And it's the same thing. But now if we hit Open Next, it'll open my next photo. So that's the beauty of it. Remember again, though, that you need to set your scale each and every time. So again, draw this first. That's not great. I would try to draw along the edge of something just so you try to get it flat to match the surface. That's about right. Set scale. We know this is 1 millimeter. And now our scale is set. And I was just measuring by hand like this. That's really poor. If you just want a freehand line, there's your freehand line tool. And measure. And there's our length, 2.562 millimeters. But that's basics of ImageJ. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.